corruption, scandals, and even death of a football squad. These are the darkest football conspiracy theories. You must have heard about some, and as a fan, maybe you have in your opinion thought a moment in a game wasn't right. I bet in your wildest thoughts you would have thought about a football club colluding with some arms smugglers. A Syrian television channel sometimes claimed that Barcelona was assisting in the smuggling of weapons to Syrian rebels. That sounds crazy, right? If it was for once, then you might want to overlook it. But no, not once did this channel and others say that Barca helped the Syrian rebels who are fighting against President Bashar Assad's security forces by including smuggling routes within their formations during games. They went as far as backing up these claims with football clips as evidence. One of the channels, Al Dunya TV, showed a clip from an El Clasico game between Barca and Real Madrid to illustrate their point. According to the narrator, Barca was depicting arms smuggling routes to Syrian rebels, using the players to represent the smugglers and the ball's position representing the current location of the weapons. The narrator also said when Lionel Messi passes the ball, it indicates that the weapons have successfully reached the rebels in Deir al-Zur. If you are struggling to process the whole thing, that makes two of us. And if you are planning to debunk that theory, you need to hear this. Ronaldo was an essential part of. Let's make this clear. I'm not talking about Manchester United CR7. This is about Ronaldo Nazario, the two-time Ballon d'Or winner. You see, he was a football star that was well known like Cristiano Ronaldo. Everyone wanted him on the pitch since it was the final match between Brazil and France competing for the World Cup, but Ronaldo fell ill the night before the match day. Normally, a sick person should not be on the pitch, but rumors have it that Nike forced his hand with the Brazilian FA and made sure the team's star performer was on the field to showcase the company's brand. There wasn't much a sick player could do. Ronaldo was sleepwalking throughout the match while Zidane took the spotlight, leading France, sponsored by Adidas, to a victory. If you think the Brazilian FA and Nike went too far, what would you say about? You see, this theory right here is simply saying that FIFA doesn't care about a great footballing experience. Choosing Russia and Qatar respectively does call for a bit of debate, especially Qatar. To be honest, Russia seems a legitimate option, especially when you consider the changes going on at the club level. But these countries beating the US and England in those bids raised eyebrows. Even if the representatives of both countries won't say FIFA choose oil and money over what's more important, football fans will not be so quiet about it. And if there's something else fans won't stop talking about, it's, well, between 2015 and 2021, there were 4 Copa Americas. But was that really to make Messi have a better chance of winning an international trophy? On 2 different occasions, Argentina lost to Chile on penalties, 2015 and 2016, while they finished 3rd in 2019. And finally in 2021, Messi won an international tournament for his nation, beating Brazil in the final. Let's assume it was organized for Messi's sake. What would have happened if it didn't win in 2021? Another Copa America in 2022? What if I tell you that before the 2015 edition, the last Copa America was in 2011? And also before then, there hadn't been a tournament for 4 years, while the 2016 tournament was organized to celebrate the 100th anniversary of the competition. Now the next one is scheduled for 2024. If you believe Messi can really control how things happen in the world of football, then you might believe. Let's not rush to get to the final. After Chelsea tried everything to win the semi-finals against Barca, they ended up being denied penalties during the 90 minutes, which led to Didier Drogba's "It's a disgrace" rant that reminds most people of that tournament. Because Chelsea was denied those penalties, there were speculations that it was all because UEFA wanted to have Messi play against Ronaldo at all costs. If that was the reason behind all that happened, then they had their way, because that resulted in a final between Messi's Barcelona and Cristiano Ronaldo's Manchester United. There was also speculation that it was all because UEFA wanted Messi to win, and in case you have forgotten or you didn't know, Barca came out on top in Rome with a 2-0 victory, Messi scoring the second during the match. But do you really think UEFA would go through all of that just to see Ronaldo and Messi on the same pitch? There's really no imagining fans' imagination. How do you come up with it? This theory is probably closer to reality than the others. After Croatia's 4-0 victory over Cameroon, German media outlet Der Spiegel reported that convicted match fixer Wilson Rai Perumal correctly predicted the final scoreline while also accurately predicting that a player would be sent off. You know, predicting a goal or two could be a chance, but when it's 4, especially 4-0, and on top of that a red card in the same match, something is definitely not straight. It is, however, difficult to say if the match was fixed or not, but Perumal has since denied any allegation of correctly predicting the result and insists that Der Spiegel fabricated the story. Talking about fabrication and the lies that come with it, there's a theory that after Juan Camilo Zuniga fractured Neymar's third hospital, where he covered his face upon being rolled into the building on a stretcher. There were rumors that the one taken on a stretcher to the hospital wasn't Neymar. Now the speculation is that the Illuminati were involved in the cover-up of epic proportions. They had replaced Neymar, who faked the injury in order to be spared from an inevitable loss against Germany, with an imposter on his way to the hospital. It was a theory that shortly after he was hospitalized, he was seen walking around. How could someone with that type of injury move about so soon? Also, a picture was taken at the moment he was being taken in with his face covered, but a characteristic tattoo on his arm was missing. The tattoo is special to Neymar, as it is the name of his son, so he won't have possibly taken it off. If Neymar was, I guess he might not be the only one because of this next theory. In the 2005-2006 season, with just one game to go, all Tottenham had to do was to equal Arsenal's point on the match day. It didn't matter if it was a loss, a win, or a tie. That would have made them finish the season in the Champions League with the spot they were holding. So the night before their final game against West Ham, a few key players fell ill from a meal at the team's hotel. There was enough reason for conspiracy theorists at the time to say the chef was an Arsenal fan and that he intentionally made the players fall ill for the fear of losing. The hotel was eventually cleared as no such thing happened, but what really happened is still not clear. Tottenham eventually lost to West Ham and Arsenal gained that spot in the Champions League. The last theory in this video is about the World Cup in 1970. England was set to defend its World Cup trophy in 1970, but something happened and the team became troubled. Bobby Moore got into some legal troubles in Colombia as he was alleged to have stolen some jewelry from a local shop in Bogota. He was questioned and put on house arrest at the point. Eventually, he was cleared of the charge and was able to catch up with his teammates, but fans believed that his arrest was a setup as an attempt to hinder England's chance of winning the tournament. But I bet you want to know how Messi and Neymar almost died, so what are you waiting for? Go watch it!